We are at Ottosdal Draf. It's a mountain bike and road event. So we're going to do the 84 kilometers road today. So we're going to take out the gravel bikes. It's very windy, and we'll see how it goes.
We originally planned to do the 120, but life, and so we didn't prepare as we wanted to, especially over December. We enjoyed all the Christmas food too much, so we decided instead of suffering on the 120, we'll do a comfortable 80. And then we'll build from there. Remember, we are still in our preparation for our first 100 miler, the 1st of March, which is, as we speak now, 5 weeks away.
Yes. All right, so we'll see how it goes.
We'll let you guys know how it went.
How it went, afterwards. Yeah. I'm going to try to take as much footage as possible and see what we can see on this and do what we can do. All right.
And some of you might notice there's something different about me. I got my new dental implant last week. So this will be, I have ridden with it. We did a 40 this Saturday after I got it, and I've been training in the week indoor, like an indoor cycle. But this will be my first long enduro kind of ride. But I think the pain should be fine. It is pretty much healed at this point, so that's also just another thing that we'll just keep in mind while we pace ourselves today.
Yeah.
See you guys afterwards.
Say cheers, guys. Alright, so we've just hit the halfway point. Everyone's suffering a bit. It's so windy today. Luckily now it's in around point, so we're going to go with the wind now. So we have a tailwind now. Some of our guys have started cramping. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's just a bit weird, just not a bit unfit. Sorry for my stuttering there. But yeah, we are doing our best currently, trying to keep our group together. We waited a bit for Joe, about 6 or 7 kilometers before the halfway point. So we're going to take it slow because Jock, that's right here in the front of me, is cramping up a bit. So we gave him a bit of revive. Shots to revive, hydrate. Amazing product. Really works. Alright boys, the race is on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's push. Let's push. Let's push now. up, guys? We finished our 84. It was a nightmare.
It was a tough one.
Yeah. So what happened is it went really well in the beginning. We struggled a bit with the wind. It was really strong. It's a very punchy ride. It's a nice ride.
It was, if I can summarize, it was windy for the first half and very hot the second half. To this day, I remain with my point. There's no such thing as a tailwind.
The tailwind doesn't exist.
We had headwind all the way there.
All the way.
All the way back, there was no wind, just sun. And it was actually a pretty nice route. It was a lot of rolling hills. So if you want to practice some hills, it's like a perfect ride for you. Yeah, I think just a combination of those factors that I just mentioned, plus we didn't really prepare in December like we wanted to, so it was a bit of a tough day for us.
I definitely know now that this needs to go. This is a bit too much.
Our our holiday weight.
But my legs actually kept very well. I never cramped or anything.
Yeah.
And I did I checked my Strava I've got a 22 kilometer average, so that's fast enough for me currently. If I can just work above 20, then that's fine.
I think it's a good base to build from for the 100.
Definitely.
But we did realize is that we do have a lot of work for the 100. Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we had, the other obstacle was around 10 or 11. Both of my tires, my front and back tire,
10 kilometers left to go. So Joe phoned me to go back to her, so I turned around, rode back to her.
Damsel in
distress. And then damsel in distress, yeah. So what we did is we tried, we think we have a valve failure on her back wheel because we could not inflate the tire properly. So I managed.
The back one.
I managed. A friend came to, a co-rider, so came to help us.
Yes.
Also with the adapter couldn't get it to get inflated. Yeah. So I managed to get it. But 7 kilometers from the end, it happened again. So I re-inflated again, and on 5 kilometers, we did. It happened again, but then it was like flat.
Yes.
So I just told Joe, listen here, I think it's going to be better for us to just continue like this. The tire is wasted already. It is a bit old. So
we were planning to actually replace them. We didn't get around to it, so here's a lesson for all of you. If you know your tires need replacing before a race,
change them.
Replace them before a race.
Yeah. So so
learn from our mistakes.
But I'm very happy. So we did 4 hours on Joe's computer. So my GPS did not record anything in the beginning, and in the middle of the ride something went wrong as well. So I only had 77 kilometers on there, which is actually full race is 84 kilometers. But I am happy with my time and progression. I think I'm not doing too bad.
Yeah.
This is a couple of things.
For how little we prepared actually for this race.
So
but we have a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to
for
do.
The 1st of March.
Yes. So but thank you guys for supporting and watching.
We'll maybe link our Stravas.
True.
In the description. Then you guys can follow us along on Strava and we can chat there. Or if you are someone in the area and you want a good rolling hill, like I said, it's great if that's what you want to focus on. So then you guys can see where we ride and keep us accountable. See you guys next time.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Right, so this is my friend Reinhard, also a co-worker with mine, also a fellow club member. Reinhard was doing the 40 road race.
Yes.
So just to get a bit of perspective on what happened in everyone's races during this race, we just want to have different points of view to notice a little bit of differences in how people experience this race. So Reinhard, how was the race to you, and what did you experience? How did you experience the race?
It was hot today, windy, but up until the 20 when we turned around, and then we had the wind from the back, and it was so much better. enjoyable ride. I'll keep on coming back to Ottosdal for this event.
So you've done this before, so tell me, what is the difference? How did you experience the difference from last year to this year? Is there any differences, or do you think it's just the same?
Well, nature. I think that there's a difference in nature. Because last year we didn't have the wind. It wasn't so hot. This year, hot, windy.
All right.
But we survived. So we made it.
But enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it.
So
always.
next year we're going to do a bit further.
I want to do the 40 MTB.
All right.
I've done the 20. I've now done the 40. I did the 84.
Okay.
I don't want to do the 120, so I'll go and do the 40 MTB.
Okay,
year.
cool.
Yes,
Sweet. All right, thank you very much, Reynard. There's just a different point of view, so we'll just get a couple of people's point of view on how the races went. So next we'll talk to an MTB rider. All right, guys. So we have Phoebe and Umniku. So they are club riders of ours. So they did the 40-kilometer MTB race on this today on the Ottosdal Draf. All right, so just to get a point of view of what happened on the MTB. So how did you guys experience the 40-kilometer MTB? How was it different to last year? And obviously it's a windy day today. How was the route? How did it go to you guys?
No, the route was basically the same as last year. Only challenge was there's no G-tracks and stuff. They just slashed the grass. So that's basically the only challenge. But it was a nice route. Nicely marked, good water points, comfortable, elevation comfortable, so no big hassles. The only issue is that they only slashed the grass and not enough G-track or single track.
So it's a bit bumpy.
It's very bumpy, yeah.
All right.
And it damages your bikes.
Auntie Phoebe, how did you experience it personally? How was it to you?
Yeah, no, that the grass was very bumpy, so my back gets sore. So yeah, I did not ride like it today.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's every person for himself, and how your experience is going to be different. Luckily, I had an inside information about this, where I knew that it's going to be quite bumpy. A friend of mine is friends with one of the farmers in this area, so that's the reason I didn't do that. Also to get more kilometers in with the road cycle. But everything else, how is it compared to last year? Do you think it's better than last year? Do you think it's worse off than last year? What do you think about the event in general?
The event in general, very well organized. Water points well organized. Your when you enter, well organized. No problem with that. Only issue that I would like the organizers to address is the entrance fee at the gates. That they make that part of your pre-entry fee.
Yeah, true.
That you don't have the bottleneck in the mornings when guys are supposed to start, that everybody must pay entrance fees at the gate. But further than that, this is a brilliant organized race. This is our 10th one that we're doing. So I'm very chuffed with this race.
That's great.
Except the two issues that we've raised now, but it's a brilliant race. I would advise guys out there to make this one of the races on the calendar as well.
Definitely. We had the same experience on the road. It's very, very well organized. It's a really nice race to do. It's just it was very, very hot today.
Yes.
So yeah, and we also everything was fine on our side. Just good to ask a bit of questions on the mountain bike. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it, and then next year we'll see each other there again.
I must say about a mountain, the 40 MTB flowing track, if there were better roads, it would have been a much faster track.
True.
Then it would have been.
But non-technical, so it's definitely it should have been a fast race.
And
but obviously,
what's nice about this route, beginners can do it as well.
True.
Or not maybe beginners, but guys whose fitness levels are not up there with the pros and stuff.
Obviously, it's the time of the year. It's January, so everyone comes back from holiday. So us included. So we didn't ride that much. But anyway, yeah. So it's actually nice. But it's a good start off for the season. This is a sanctioned race for the road cyclists
and the MTB.
Yeah. I think if I have it correctly, and then tonight's run is the first it's a qualifying race for
the Comrades and the two oceans.
And the two oceans,
Yeah.
yeah. So we unfortunately we are not runners, we are cyclists. Yeah. So yeah, we are a bit better. Anyway, yeah. So no, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. We'll definitely come out again next year, and then obviously we'll do a different type of setting. So maybe we'll do the MTB, and we'll see how it goes next year. So yeah, but thank you very much for your guys' input in this. We much appreciate it.
Pleasure,
And
Peter.
yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Peter.
Imagine